10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of
Transaction completed.
Live with CNT.
If you knew how hard it is to live without.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Yeah. It's us, it's we, it's D.L.E. I'm quite a one big deal.
I'm C-Dub the Entertainer.
And Tamara 22 Urban Chick is soon to be. Right now, we kind of was boxing out here. How was your week, yo?
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was all right. No complaints.
Yeah, I mean, you're living.
I'm living. That's basically when it comes down to. I'm living.
Right.
Shout out to all the great grandmas who still think they got it going on. I appreciate them.
I seen one that was like 60, but she got a young boy toy, bruh. 25 hopped up out of his Beamer.
I did a show the other week. It was a lady. She was drunk on that Hennessy. She said she still got it. She said she got 22 great grandkids. She said she still got it. I was like, go on, girl.
How was the body?
Get it, huh?
How was the body?
The body? She looked like she got body. I don't know. No.
Well, yo, my week was alright. It was actually decent. You know what I mean? I had a nice little week. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me on Facebook, because today, it took a quick second to make it happen, but somebody strong armed this heavy. You know what I mean? And he came through. We got the he had some trials and tribulations. He went through some things, and we're gonna sit down and talk to him. And I'll introduce you to him. Right now, we're gonna just let y'all know his name is Casino Roulette. All right, so he in the building today. First, before we get into anything, we're gonna get into a quick song. All right, I got Sean Drell. We got some new music that we're gonna rock today. So y'all just stick in with us. All right. So right now, let's get into a song. We're gonna come back and we're gonna kick this off. All right, we got some good. We got something going on today. So yeah. Y'all get ready.
Oh, I want to give a congratulations.
Correction or
congratulations.
Okay,
to one of our former guests.
Okay,
Leon Ruff. He won the Evolve Tag Team Championship.
Yes, he did.
Yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
We told you about the young boy, man.
I still feel that chest chop that he gave me too.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
It was a pretty tough chest chop, but I took it like a G.
Yeah,
I just lived with it ever since.
That chop was nasty.
Yeah, it was nasty.
But listen. We're going to get back to the chops.
Ric
We're going to give you a chop right now. Let's get into some Casino real quick. Yeah, he got a track called I Surrender. So let's do this real quick. We're going to get back, talk about the track, and then, get into this boy life real quick. Yeah, it's us.
It's we.
It's D.L.E.
Forgive me, Lord, of my sins and all of my shortcomings. I surrender, because I know I have a lot of them, but I humbly place them before you and ask you to change my heart. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. Where do I start? Gave my heart, all you wanted was me. Sacrifice your own life so I can rhyme on this beat. In due time I rewind, now I'm starting to see. It ain't a day in my life you ain't been there for me. I was hanging with the homies in the party, you was right there. Could've caught a stray on that day, but you was right there. It's your praise that's so amazing, I acknowledge that. A gift from God to write these bars, and I give them back. I give it all to you, God, and ain't no turning back. Sky's the limit when you win it, so there's no cap. Big fish, small pond, so I doubt. In this world, an iPhone and Android app. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. I've been praying so hard, Lord, I know that you hear me. So much going on today. I just ask for forgiveness. Protect my mother and my brother. Cover all of our children. In the event of my demise, hope they see in me different. Give me the strength to change the things that I can. Learn to be a man, standing on my own too. Doing what they won't do. Grateful I'ma show you, be a light in the dark. And keep building till I'm finished, like knowing the art. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. In my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed. Voices in my head telling me I need to change. Self-medication never take away the pain. New addiction feelings tell me, can you stand the rain? Cause I don't know which way to go, the story never changed.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of.
Transaction completed.
Live CNT.
If you knew how hard it is to live without.
1 2 1 2. There we go. That's you. It's me. Oh, it's us. It's we.
It's
D.L.E. Yeah, man. So that was Casino Roulette. All right. Now that was I Surrender. I had about 30 minutes to listen to that and to understand that there was something real that transpired. So without any further words, I'd like to introduce y'all to Casino Roulette. My G, what's going on? Thanks for coming.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, we good. We good. Know how you doing, my man.
Blessing, holla.
So this is how it went down, right? Now I had some people coming through here, and I realized that they were in town, and you were out of town. You hit me up and was like, "Yo, listen, I'm coming. Boom. I just got off the flight. I'm doing this, blah blah blah. But like, come up here." And at first I was like, everything is scheduled, right? Then I said, like 15 minutes later, I say about an hour or 2 hours ago, about 2-3 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
I was like, you know what? Yo, just come. Come through. Whatever. Let's move some things around and let's get you up here. After that, I looked up some songs. I looked up some stuff about you. And my G, you have been through some things. First off, let's get the listeners and some of the people viewing on Facebook and Instagram. Where are you from, my man?
I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but I rep Union, South Carolina.
Okay. South Carolina in the building. I was supposed. I'm kind of mad that you said that because it reminded me that I was supposed to go to South Carolina this weekend and go see my grandmother. I will get there, okay, at some point. But now, from my understanding, you are associated with Scrappy in some kind of way. Can you please explain your association?
That's my little brother.
Exactly. So that's your little brother. I'm looking. I'll see it. And for one, what inspired you to write a song like "I Surrender"? And I don't know if any of you hip hop heads are listening. I'm into lyrics. I'm into content, and I'm not into what's happening now. I'm into what's going to happen. How at the present, I listen to lyrics, to timeless stuff. And when I say that, what y'all just heard is relatable, and a lot of people should be able to relate to that for many various reasons. What gave you the inspiration to write that? Because you got a lot behind you, bro.
What really gave me the inspiration to write that song is my last accident that I've been in. Over my lifetime, I had a tumultuous past. You know what I mean? Like, I've been shot 6 times.
Right.
I survived a near fatal car accident.
Right.
And in the process of rehab. You know, I didn't have no rehab. Rehab was me being at home.
Right.
You know, my mind wandering and things.
I heard at one point you honestly wasn't supposed to even be able to walk.
Right.
Right.
Now they tripping that on walking.
Yeah. That's God sent. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying? And I noticed in your music that I've looked at in the past, I seen when you started taking life serious. You know what I mean? Just through your music, and that speak a lot, because a lot of there's a lot of young boys out here that just rap. You know, it's not hip hop. It's just that they rap so they can get some money out of this, and that's cool. But then when you have a passion for hip hop, you end up telling your story in your hip hop, and people could tell where you going and where you came from. And that's why I said that once before in an interview and on this radio station, that I should get to know you through your music. And I swear to gosh, I knew you just through your music. So let's talk about the shooting first. If you can you speak on that?
Yeah.
Can you tell us the environment you was in at the moment when this took place?
I mean, I was out in the streets doing things that, just doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. You know what I mean? Being honest, people glorify, the street life as if it's something, to wear like a badge of honor.
Right.
But that's what's taking us out. You know what I mean? And being realistic, I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. I should have been at home. You know what I mean? Like doing the things I supposed to have been doing out in the yard, because I had yard work to do. You know what I'm talking about? So, but nonetheless, I wanted to go and pick up my money, and he tried to take my life in the process.
Okay, so that'll explain to a lot of you young boys, because I honestly know a young man right now that would rather run the streets than to just be at home helping his moms, with cutting grass. He let his little brother cut the grass and just be like, they always say I don't know how to do what I'm doing, and I try to express to him, like, you living good right now. Enjoy that life, you know what I mean? Now he took himself from living good to wanting to be in a bad predicament and thinking that it would be better, so that's something that I wish, I just want you to kind of just pinpoint that for these young boys, because I know somebody gonna be listening to what you're saying. Furthermore, so you get through this tragic shooting, which we all kind of glorify. Either we got shot or we shot somebody. And it's not, like you said, it's not something to be bragging about. But afterwards, what's your next step after you doing your rehab, you getting back into where you're supposed to be? You not rehab at that point. Now you with Scrappy. This your little brother. What's going on with your life after the shooting?
Well, when I got shot, you know what I mean, I was in the hospital bed, and I was just thinking to myself, okay, something got to change. I was shot up, but I wasn't shook up. You know what I mean? Right. So I just hit him up, and I was like, hey, bro, I'm trying to, really work with you, man. What's happening? Like, this is prior to my shooting. So when I got shot, I just rose in my bed and I was like, yo, bro, I've been shot, 6 times, man, because we had supposed to got together Wednesday because he was flying back
now,
in.
This town. Is who's we?
Scrap.
Okay, got you.
Me and Scrap. I had met him up in South Carolina. You know what I mean? Okay. And he gave me his number because I told him I was from John Hope. I'm originally from John Hope, old Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So when I told him where I was from, and that's what he said, he was like, man, the old Atlanta, huh? I was like, yeah. So he gave me his number and we kept in contact, you know what I mean? Right. Like hitting here, hitting there. So when I got shot, it just went off in my head, like hit him up and see what's up. Right. So I hit him and he hit back immediately, like, yo, you was shot? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, man, heal up, man. When you get right, come to Atlanta, my door open, you know? Right. And right then I checked myself out. You know what I'm saying? Same day, I left the hospital. Just because I had the ambition of, he said, I can come, I'm coming. So when I pulled up on him, we was over at the U-Bar. I'm still bandaged up, you know what I mean? Like everything's still taped up. And he was like, whoa, you did get shot. And I was like, what can we do? And he gave me the real spiel. And he was like, I can't promise you're going to get famous, but, I'm going to put you in a position to be seen.
Right, right.
And
this is not the, Yo, Scrap, man.
You real, bro?
Real talk. Like, this is not the first time I heard Scrap. Like, let me tell you something. For some reason, I don't know why Scrappy been surrounding D.L.E. radio. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Tamara. But Scrappy, yo, for some reason, he's been a major factor around here. It doesn't matter what we do. Somebody in the camp has been around, and this didn't go through nobody. It just was straight off of you at this point. But
Yeah, we
I
had
keep
the
hearing-
whole camp in here.
Yeah.
We just haven't had Scrappy.
Right. But the thing is, I damn near feel like I did because
We damn feel like it. Yeah.
everybody that came here said the same thing about Scrappy. And I never felt a different vibe than that, knowing that somebody keep telling me like, but one thing I said before when I went to this, I went to a show where young Bloods and Pastor Troy, Bone Crusher, all these dudes, they didn't know me. They didn't even know me, man. But for some reason, I'm from Jersey. For some reason, every Atlanta artist that I run into, hospitality is off the mark. Like straight, just act. They choose to embrace you like they already know you. You know what I mean? So when y'all say this about Scrappy, I can believe that this dude is a bona fide, supporter. You know what I mean? And that's a dope thing. Now let's move on to this car accident, man. How did this go down, man? Like, what was that night like, yo?
I mean, that night was on the heels of I had just threw a party up in South Carolina, and bro had came up, for the party. So after the party, he was like, "Yo, let's go to Miami." So we was gonna take a flight, but since he drove up, he was like, "Yo, you drive down." He was like, "And I drive, to Florida." So I drove from South Carolina to Atlanta, and then he drove from Atlanta partially to Florida.
Okay.
But in the midst, he was tired, and I was tired. So we switching the, driver's seat, you know what I mean, until we got to Miami.
Yeah. Who we talking about is Scrappy. Him and Scrappy being in the car. They both was driving.
Yeah, I got to make sure I start making that known because I be comfortable,
Yeah, because you saying bro, everybody like, who's bro? You know what I mean? But that's why I say that. So forgive me if I'm cutting you off to say that. But go ahead.
So, when we got to Miami, he was like, we was going to go to the studio because we was going to work on some music for me because at this time he was messing around with Love and Hip Hop in Miami.
Okay.
So, he was like, "Yeah, bro, we're going to get some work in and, we just going to put in this time and then in the morning we're going to shoot some visuals because we're going to get up and hit the jet skis and go shoot some visuals, So I was like, all right, cool. So by the time we reach out to my man Capo, who's supposed to been setting up the studio time, Capo didn't answer the phone. So he was like, man, Capo ain't answer the phone, but the DJ hit him up and was like, yo, my birthday tonight, yo, y'all come to King of Diamond and, help
y'all
me
already
throw it
tired.
up. We already tired, right? So bro was like, hop in the shower, man. He was like, we was at the condo. He was like, you hit the one upstairs and I'm gonna go ahead down here and we gonna meet up and let's hit KOD. So I was like, all right, cool. So this is about like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And now neither one of us had no sleep, you know what I'm saying, except just that little bit here and there coming down the road, you know what I'm saying? So we get to the club, and even though it's the DJ's birthday, we not engaging in the drinking like that because we both was looking at each other like, boy, I don't even feel this, you know what I mean? So
y'all worn out already.
Right. So, but the DJ was like, yo, y'all at least take a shot with me, man, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, all right, cool. So we take the shot. But you know what I'm saying, like we only hit it a little bit looking at each other and then sit the cup down, you know what I'm saying? So by that time, probably about like 30 minutes go by, and bro was like, he was like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. So we pulled. So we get outside. I got my little homie with me, little YouTuber I had just signed at the time, you know. So he was out there trying to get content, just parking lot, and things of that nature. So I tell him like, look, bro, we gonna head back to the crib, and he had a hotel. I said, you hit the tail. I said, and in the morning when you get ready to check out, just hit me up and we'll hit the skis. So he was like, all right. So I hop in the whip with bro, and by the time I hop in the whip with bro, my little YouTuber, he pull out real fast, fishtailing. You know what I'm saying? So Scrap was like, yo, he know where he going? I was like, nah. He was like, yo, you need to call him, I said, all right, before he wrecked too. That's what came out of my mouth.
Right.
But it's crazy because by the time I got my phone and got ready to try to call him, I fell asleep.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
something just told me to wake up. And when I woke up, I look over the Scrap. He was asleep. And I was like, bro. You know what I'm saying? By this time, and then he hit the gas instead of the brake. And if you saw the TMZ,
Scrap driving.
Yeah, Scrap driving. And if you see the TMZ footage, that's why the fire is coming from up under the car. Because you know what I'm saying? Like when you wake up, you start him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he hit the gas, it went so fast, and we was off the sidewalk and onto the road, and it was raining that night. So the road slippery and the grass wet. He can't get no traction. You know what I mean? So by the time he turning the wheels, the car just, you know what I'm saying, turned to the point to where it angled at my side and boom. You know what I'm saying? Initially, I had my hand like that. I was like, nah. And then something just told me, move your hand. So I moved my hand. And then, boom, we hit. And then I hurried up and took the seatbelt off and jumped out. You know what I mean? Because I started patting my body like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, that was the first thing I was saying. Thank you, Lord. Because I wanted to make sure I wasn't having an out-of-body experience. You know what I'm saying? So, and then by the time something just hit me, it was like,
Scrap.
Yeah, and I looked back at the car, and he was just looking at me bloody. You know what I'm saying? Face all bloody. Man. And I was like, Lord, it can't end like this. You know what I'm saying? So I ran over to the car like, bro, you got to get out. You got to get out. I'm trying to pull him. He was like, I can't get out, bro. I can't get out. So then by this time, I was like, take the seatbelt off. I was trying to reach over and take the seatbelt off, but the airbag was still deployed, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, so he had to, you know what I'm saying, like try to push it down. So what I did was, and it's so smoky on the inside because it done deployed and the smoking from the engine and things of that nature. Gotcha. So I can't see how to really get the seatbelt. Yeah. So I go on the other side. By the time I go on the other side of the car coming down the road, and it hit the debris of the fender and everything that's in the road. So they stopped. I mean, as they hit it, they was like, they stopping in the road. And they was like, did this just happen? I was like, yeah, call 911. So if you listen to my song Miami Nights, that 911 call, that's the actual call from when I told them to call 911 and they talking to the operator. So I put that in the beginning of the song. So by this time, I run back over to the driver's side because I couldn't see so much on the inside or the passenger side. Right. So I run back to the driver's side, and by this time, bro is falling out of the car. So when Scrap fall out of the car, I'm like, Scrap, you got to get up, bro. You got to get up because the car's smoking. Right. And I'm pulling on him, trying to pick him up. You know what I mean?
Now,
he was like,
is he conscious at this time?
Yeah, he's conscious.
Okay.
He was like, help me, bro. I said, you got to stand up. He said, I can't, man. He said, my foot. I said, what's wrong with it? He said, I don't know, man. He said, it's crushed. I said, what? So then by this time I grabbed him, tried to pick him up, and then it felt like my whole insides just fell out. And I let him go and I just fell backwards, clutching my stomach. And then he was like, what's wrong with you, bro? I said, I'm fucked up, man. He was like, what you mean? I said, my stomach, man. I said, my insides. He was like, what? I said, I can't move. By this time I blacked out for a minute. And when I came through, it was a little Dominican dude tapping me on my chest. He was like, you okay? You okay? I was like, no. I said, you got a phone? He gave me his phone. He said, here, phone, because he had broken English. He was like, here, phone. So he gave me the phone. So I started trying to call my family and all, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't get my family, passed out.
So hold on. So y'all out here for about, this seemed like this is like what? Like a good 30 minutes right now? You got 30 minutes this oil?
Well, in the time of the impact and hopping out, this is probably about like 15 minutes, 20 minutes done passed.
Okay.
So when I couldn't get my family, I blacked out again. When I come back through, the Dominican dude was asking me like, yo, you got phone? You got phone? So I was like, oh, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had his phone, because so then by the time I pick it up, because I had it on the ground like that, I pick it up and wipe the water off of it, and then I tried to call my family again but couldn't get them. So I told him, I said, if anybody call this number back, I said, let them know what happened.
Right. Scrap's still in the car at the point.
No, Scrappy is on the ground.
Oh, because you didn't slung him out, but y'all felt, okay, I got you.
No, he fell out, and I was just trying to pick him up and pull him away from the car. But, you know, by his foot hurt, and by the time I used so much energy, my whole insides felt like
it felt like your abdomen just crashed on you.
And what it was because my intestines had ripped away from my bowels, and it had ripped in two places. It had tore, then it tore away from my bowels. You know, so what that was at that time, they said everything that I was feeling was all the blood pouring into my stomach. That's why I felt all that pressure. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So by this time, long story short, I get to the hospital, you know, like the paramedic guy is real nasty. You know what I mean? Like he made me sit at the edge of the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Telling me, well, if you talking, you all right. And my brother, he's a respiratory therapist, and he say in medical term, they call that a walkie-talkie. That's why a lot of people died from injuries over the past for the simple fact of they came into the hospital walking and talking,
Right.
but they succumbed to their injuries because nobody gave them any types of x-rays or anything. They just put them in the emergency room like they was all right. So my the man, he put me into the regular emergency room. By this time, the nurse, she come out and she like, well, I don't even know if she was a nurse. I think she might have been a doctor or maybe a nurse practitioner, but whoever she was, God bless her.
Right.
Because when she walked by the room, she was like, what is he doing in here? He was like, oh, he was in an accident. He was all right. She said, not if this the one that happened over there off of Biscayne.
Right.
She was like, he should be up in trauma.
Right.
So then by this time, she was like, bring the x-ray machine in here, the little portable one. They brought it in there, you know, and they cut my shirt open, you know. By this time when they put the things on it, everybody, you know, put the little board in my back and everything like that, and they cleared the room. It was just 4 doctors. When they did that, man, they looked at me, all of them, my eyes was so big. She said, I told y'all, cut his clothes off. They just started cutting my clothes off, you know what I mean? They cut all my pants off, cut the rest of my shirt off and things of that nature. So I pass out. When I pass out, I come back through, she tapping me on my chest and she telling me, she said, I need you to pay attention. She said, because you got to have emergency surgery right now. I was like, what? Emergency surgery? She was like, yeah. She was like, I said, for what? She said, because if you don't, she said, you're going to die. I said, what you mean? She was like, yeah. She said, your bowels has ripped from your intestines. Your intestines is ripped in 2 places. She said, you got lung contusion. She said, your ribs is cracked. She said, and we don't know how severe your injuries are until we get inside of you. She said, but right now, we need to do this surgery. I almost passed out again, and she tapped me on my chest. She said, no, don't pass out. She said, because if you go through it and I can't get you back, she said, there's nothing we can do.
Right.
So she said, I need you to sign this paper because we got to cut you from your chest to your navel. And I was like, whoa. So I wasn't even finna sign the paper. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking. She was like, no, you don't have time to think. She said, I need you to sign this.
Yeah, it's got to go down right now.
Right. So I signed it. As soon as I signed it, bro, passed out. Boom. And when I came back through, the doctor was putting that mask on my face telling me to count backwards. You know what I mean? So when I started counting backwards,
You was out.
I was out.
Yeah.
I woke up. That happened on a Sunday. I woke up Tuesday because they put me in a drug-induced coma for that Monday. You know, because they told my brother, they was like, you know, my brother called because they had changed my name so many times because reporters and everybody was trying to find out, you know, the story. So the only way my brother was able to get in contact with the doctor who done the surgery was because, like I say, he's in the medical field.
I got you.
So my brother said he come back to the phone breathing hard and heavy. Was like, he was like, yo, we got it in time. We got him in time. He was like, it was a process, but I think he gonna make it. We got it in time. And then my brother was like, can you tell me what happened? You know, my brother, he was like, he told him that, you know, my bowels, you know, had spilled into my stomach because my intestines had ripped. Then he told him that, you know, the lung contusions, the cracked ribs, battered and bruised inner organs. I had neck and back injuries. He said, and, you know, the seatbelt is what done the damage, but it's also what saved my life. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because if he didn't have that seatbelt on, you know, he was like, he probably wouldn't be here, you know, so, but the blessing of God is this, you know, I went through the surgery and I woke up that Tuesday. I'm walking around ICU Wednesday morning. You understand what I'm saying? And they looking at me like, because granted, I just told you when I got shot 6 times, I checked myself out.
Right.
Within a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I had this surgery, I'm walking around ICU the next day, and the guy looking at me like, he was like, don't you know I had, now the rehab guy who got me walking around, I supposed to did 1 lap. I done 2 laps. He said, man, don't you know it took me 2 weeks before I could even stand up to let alone walk around? He said, and you doing this the next day? So I said, yeah. So because I'm telling myself, because I've been through this, bro. This is what I understand, and this is what people need to understand. The power is in the mind. Regardless of what somebody tell you, You put it in your mind.
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
opposite.
happening.
It's happening, bro.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
happening,
I done survived those 6 shots. I survived this car accident, and I attribute it to the fact of I don't care what nobody say. I'm
right.
unstoppable. You know what I mean? Because once I put something in my head to do it, I'm gone. You know what I mean?
Well, look. Let's hope they can survive this next song. All right? Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come back. We're going to get into some more stuff. I want to figure out. I ain't going to talk about it. I'll wait until we come back. That was a lot, yo. You know, goosebumps, honestly. You know, we're going to come back. All right? Let's get into a song. We got a new artist added on to the station named Sean Drell. All right? She got a song called, I believe this one is Best Wishes. All right? So we're going to get into Best Wishes. We're going to get into another song by the homeboy Casino Roulette, you know what I mean, and called What If, and then after that we'll come back. We're gonna kick it some more with Casino, and we'll vibe out from there. All right, be right back. It's us, it's we, it's D.L.E.
I know you walked away. You had nothing to say.
What's up, baby? I got a couple questions for you. Like, what if? I mean, I just been sitting around thinking, like, tomorrow ain't promised, and neither is today. But I need to know what if all this shit taken away, could I depend on you? I mean, I believe I can. I think I can. But what if? What if I told you that a nigga had a thing for you? What if I told you that a nigga had a ring for you? Would that make you feel something like you're kinda special? They can front all they want, but it don't get no better. What if they told you I was with a chick, would you believe it? You got to know that them hoes don't wanna see you with me. What if a nigga had nothing? Would you still say you love me? What if a nigga had to make a few moves, hit the slab, make a grab, you know how it do? What if I had to catch a flight tonight? Would you call me on the phone or would you hit me on Skype? What else? You got to know the life I'm living ain't right, but I wouldn't trade for nothing, cause shawty, I paid the price. Late night moonlights when I shake the dice. If you with me, best believe you do what you like.
The lights go down, down, down. Could I still depend on you? If I end up going down, down, down. Could I still depend on you? Still depend on you? Could I? Real shit. What
if I went on the run? Would you leave with me? Would you do all you can just to be with me? If I was broke, would you elope just to say you're mine? Say you wanna be happy, well baby, so do I. What if I said I wanna kick it? Would you pick me up? When I was down on my would you be my luck? What if the world was against me? Would you hold me down? When I needed a friend, would you be around? Pretty face, nice shape, no in the zone. So fly, keep me high like my marijuana. Inhale, exhale, let it in the breathe. I can show you the world, shout it just for me.
When the lights go down, down, down. Could I still depend on you? And if I end up going down, down, down. Could I still depend on you? Still depend on you? Could I? Real shit. What if?
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of.
Transaction completed.
Live at CNT.
If you knew how hard it is to live without.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's us. It's we.
It's D.L.E.
Oh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? She here. It's quite a one big deal.
It's C-Dub the Entertainer.
Urban Chick.
And we in the building today with Casino Roulette. Right?
Casino Roulette.
All right. I want to make sure I'm saying this right, because I don't butcher nobody's name, but when I say it, I want to make sure it's correct, man. So y'all just got the whole. Y'all got majority, not majority, because it got a whole lot more coming. But this young man is a close. No, that's his brother, man. And you know, a lot of times. What's up? What you about to say?
I just want to give a shout out to all the men out there who had their babies on purpose.
You know what? It's always this guy.
You know, big up to the real men out there had their babies on purpose. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't with him.
You know what I'm saying?
So listen.
Hennessy baby.
Hennessy babies. White Hennessy babies. So Casino. We at the part right now where you had, you know what, let me not do my gum right now because that would be very unprofessional. So we're at the part right now, you're in the hospital, you get yourself together, you up walking, damn near running a marathon in the hospital right now. Moving. My thing is, at this point, what's going through your mind at this time? Like, you know, did you think everything was over? You know, was it, I mean, Scrap. How was Scrap doing at this point? You know, like,
wasn't that around the time when he did Wildin' Out with like a broken foot?
That was right after the accident.
Yeah, because I remember he had the broken foot on Wild 'N Out.
Hey, do this so you can really get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was right after the accident.
Oh,
Okay. Right. So now you're in the hospital. Scrappy is still in the hospital at the time?
Yeah. And that's the ironic thing. I'm in the hospital. He's in the hospital, and all the damage that happened to me, I checked out before he checked out.
So he's still in there trying to pull through.
Right. I left on the accident happened on a Sunday. I left on a Sunday.
Okay. So you out. Who's the first person to contact you, man? Who was the first person who's been there that whole time when you was in the hospital? That's some things that we don't talk about because when we go through things, we often feel like we're there alone. You know what I mean? But who actually was there for you every minute of that whole?
My wife, man. I got to keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like on some realness.
You know what's so crazy? It's so many people that go through some things and they don't ever put the light on their wife. You know what I mean? It's always my homeboy was there. My cousin was there. This person was there. I've heard lately a lot of rappers been saying, yo, my wife. You know what I mean? And that you don't hear that much coming out of a rapper because it's more so, the industry is you're single, sell sex, and shut the hell up. Excuse me. But it's shut up and just keep it moving. But I think that was the days of the record labels.
Yeah, I think we're not dealing with a typical rapper.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who was the artist that was saying that. But
I remember Montel Jordan was married, but they kept telling him to sell sex. That tends to be the industry and their go-to thing is to like tell people how to, because when you getting somebody fresh out the projects and you putting millions of dollars in their hand and they tell you this is the best way to keep millions of dollars in your hand is keep talking about this bull crap, then typically they'll do it without guidance. That's why people that's in the game or been in the game need to school younger people.
That's exactly
because
why.
You said something earlier. Blueface said he don't really care about artistry at all. He just here for the money.
Right.
So you get a bunch of people just here for the money, then you're gonna get a bunch of crap music.
And we gonna lighten this night up too because other than what you've been through, you got good music. We got a couple of games for you, and we hit Mondo with the Give Me 5. We hit D the Problem with Give Me 5, and we also hit him with Is You Dope or Not.
We actually got a caller who want to do Give Me 5.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll do that.
We'll do it.
But I want to hit you with some Atlanta history music, and I want to see if you can figure this out. Since you one of the OGs out here. So now let's move on a little bit. What's the time? Okay, 6:47. Damn, we normally just be, you know what I mean? So it's like the story was good. I'm like, let's write this down. Let's go ahead and get a movie out of this. Let's do this. You overcome this injury. You get back on your feet. Wifey holding you down. What's the first thing you decide to do? Because I hear it in your music. What's the first thing you decided to do once you touch ground, bro?
Quit music.
Yeah. So you quit music for what? What was that? Why'd you quit though? Like, what made you say, you know what, that's it for that?
Because I was done with it, man. I just felt as if, man, I was just done. I just had so much I had been through. I was looking over my life because I had to be on my back for a year, man. Like, I didn't start back walking until, like really the first of the year around February or so. So that time on my back, I'm in a wheelchair when I am mobile around the house because I got a disabled daughter, so me and her sharing wheelchairs and all.
Right.
So I'm just looking.
So I'm guessing at this point, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm imagining you just feeling like, you know what, how am I supposed to be out here doing for her and I'm in the same situation as her? Did that ever play in your mind?
Yes, and more. You know what I mean? Like, I felt as if, as I'm ripping and running, doing the things that I'm doing, I almost died. Right. You know what I mean? And here I am pretty much, you got to be careful what you ask God for, because you got to be specific, So I asked God for certain things, and that's the reason why I know this was not a for punishment. Because when I was in the hospital, that's the only time I took medication. When I came home, I did not take any type of medication. No pain pills, no aspirin, no nothing. You know what I mean? Because God didn't let me go through no pain. You know, I got the bump. You know, I got the here and there, you know, that all this stuff that the doctors them say, is supposed to be exacerbated. But it's just a little hiccup to me here and there. I could deal with it because I've been through worse. So I know that this wasn't a punishment for God. This is just a little bit more of a story that God gave me. So when I do talk, people will listen. You know what I mean? For the simple fact of, it's hard to fathom somebody surviving 6 gunshot wounds close range, you know what I mean? And I still got a bullet right here. So to say 5 years later, I go through a wreck and everybody see how traumatic the wreck was, you know, and I overcame that. And the doctors them is still wanting to do abdominal reconstructive surgery because they say all my insides is this way. This is why you see me sit this way like that. Because they say my insides is still shifted because of the impact. So when it's settled, everything's settled the wrong way. So they want to go in and remove scar tissue. They want to go in and remove. I still got 2 hernias, big hernias sitting on my stomach. They want to pull those out and set my insides the way they say.
How long ago was this?
This was in June of last year.
This happened last year.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like that was longer than that? I mean, like, you know how quick time just fly. I thought this happened like almost 2 years ago or something like that.
No, it was last year.
Oh damn, brother, you sitting right next to us. You know
it's amazing.
I mean?
So I do have a question. Dealing with the type of injuries that you've done within the trauma and feeling like that you wanted to leave the music industry, what was the turning point that caused you to come back?
The turning point was, and I say this, and I'm adamant when I say this. Like when I write music, it's like prophetic to me. You know, like I hear. It's not audible, but I hear something, and the more I concentrate on that sound, it becomes audible, and then it starts to become words. And the more the words start to form, I start to repeat them in my head, and as I repeat them, then it becomes legible enough for me to write. And as I write, I recite at the same time. So that's why I say it's prophetic, because I listen to the word of God. Because I asked God at that time, if this is for me, give me what you want me to say, because I'm tired of rapping with the way that I was rapping. You know what I mean? And that goes back to what the brother was saying, you know, and I tell people this all the time. The youngsters, they rapping. Until you find your purpose, that's when you start doing hip hop, because you start really wanting to put records out that's going to touch somebody, that's actually going to help them get through what you've overcame. That's right. So in the midst of me praying and asking God for something, he gave me I Surrender. And that's what I did in the process of writing it. I surrendered, and it just came like water, you know?
Yeah, that's really something to think about, because music is like life. Like to leave it alone is, to me, it would be it's like hard, really hard. But I can understand being traumatized like that, wanting to leave. But then it just, you know, when God spoke to you, you knew that it was not time for you to leave, but just to go a different route. And and the song, did you play that song already?
Which one? I Surrender.
That's Miss Layton.
That was the first.
That's Miss Layton.
We did I Surrender.
I heard it.
And just in case I didn't let y'all know, when we came back, the second song that he has is he got a lot of music, but What If was the last song we played, which I found was dope too, man. You got some dope music, good content. And
that song stoked in my situation.
Oh yeah.
I fell asleep behind the wheel of a car. It ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have to go to the hospital like he did. That's pretty. The whole car. If I had a passenger, they would have been gone. The whole car smashed up. I was trapped and cocooned inside of a car, but it trapped me in. Yeah, I couldn't even get out. They had to draw a life to get me out, but I wasn't touched.
But you know, the thing is, we chance life too much. You know, we play with life a lot because we don't, we don't be thinking nothing of it. You know what I mean? We just kind of like moving. You know, every day we get up and we, you know, and that's what I started to do, man. every time I get in my work car or when I get in my vehicle, you know, I pray. I might not pray at the edge of my bed, but I pray. I have a conversation with God with the windows up, sometimes down. You know what I mean? And it's just because, you know, we got to be thankful that we even got life. You know what I mean? We waking up to life. But your music got life in it. And what is happening with your music right now? What's the next move for you? I know you on VH1. You on the final
season finale tomorrow. Absolutely. I need everybody to tune in and tell Mona Scott and VH1 they made the right choice by putting me on there.
Let's do it. And Mona Scott, like, how you doing?
We're here.
You know, it's us. You know,
hello, Mona.
Word up, what's up, Mona? Word. No, but
another check from Mona Scott. I'm sorry, it just came to my head. I'm sorry.
What? Who said that?
Cardi B.
Oh,
that was like that big hit that she came out.
I stopped really watching Love and Hip Hop and stuff, so I don't really know exactly. I used to always have an issue with Love and Hip Hop because I felt like I'm in love. I'm really in love with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was at the point where I was like, okay, this ain't got nothing to do with rap. You know,
the show
and that's
really
what I was
started
expecting.
Because of Jim Jones.
Well, can I interject something? You know, that's the reason why I'm on the show, because when Bro went back to the network, like, you know, they have certain things that they want because this is what the people want. But at the same time, people going through things nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they look at TV and this is supposed to be reality, they want to see some reality.
Yeah.
So in that sense, Bro told the network, like, yo, I'm not with that who's sleeping with who. I'm married now. I got a whole family and I just went through this accident that's done changed my life, and I still got a passenger that need my help, you know. So in that sense, the network was like, okay, if you want to touch on it, and if you know how the show started, it said going behind the headlines. They wanted to touch on the topic, the stories of all the cast member lives that happened in the headlines. And if you Google my bro lil'Scrappy, this is what comes up. This is the accident, the first thing that comes up, you know. So how can you talk about reality without breaking that?
Yeah, I've been when we talk about reality TV, I'm absent-minded. So, you know, a lot of times they be talking about stuff that I have no idea of. Like, what was the old girl name? She's not a reality star, but she's been on Instagram. Something Scent.
Oh, Super Scent.
So it be like names popping up, and I be like, who the hell? You know, because I'm not in there. You know what I mean? But that's why they are here, because they be knowing things that I don't know.
Well, I'm a stand-up, so I got to be involved in everything.
So
so nothing I'm not up on.
What's going on with you now? Like, are you pushing a project? Because your music seemed to be something that, you know, and you know, of course, you know, right now the sound is the young boys, you know what I mean? But there's hip hop heads out here. There's still Pac heads out here. There's still, you know, big heads. There's still, you know, there's people out here that still want to hear that good music. So I know you got music. I know you got your artist right here, the young lady. What's your young lady? Your artist name?
Hello, everyone. I am D.L.E Land. I'm here with y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, D.L.E.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I am born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I was actually born in Lithia Springs Hospital before they tore it down on Thornton Road. I was born out there. But
I was about to say Lithia Springs right in there.
Oh, yeah, right down the street. I've been here my whole life. I've been bouncing around, moving with me and my husband. He was in the Marine Corps for a while.
Okay.
And so I'm finally getting back into the music scene. I've been singing pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
Entire life.
How long you guys been doing music together?
Together?
Yeah. Well, you know, how long you guys been, you know, working together, period.
Well, we just recently started working together with this song, I Surrender. He sent me the track. It almost didn't happen because I couldn't get the track fast enough. He was like, yo, cuz we gotta get it moving. We gotta get it popping. And I'm like, oh man, my procrastination is so hard. So, and trying to get in the studio. So, but we were able to get it done. I was able to drive out to South Carolina, get it recorded. And when I heard the song, I was like, I have to be on this song.
Right,
It's just
right.
something about this song. I
Right, it
have
was
to be on
speaking.
it. It speaks to me. I'm like, it speaks to where I am or where I've been, you know, especially, you know, even with the line of self-medication, never take away the pain. You know how many times
man.
somebody done been through
Yeah,
that, myself
yeah.
included. So it's just like, it was an amazing experience just to work with them, work with people that I've never worked with before. It's just, and also this my big cuz. This is my real life cousin, like, in real life.
Yeah.
So
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know, it should be straight. You need. I got you. Come on, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so this
Here's
is
the umbrella. We're gonna get underneath this and rock. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
how it's supposed to be.
It's a family affair. So,
Yeah.
you know, when Big Cuz said he needed a singer, I'm like, hello,
Yeah.
me.
I'm
Hello,
right
I'm
here.
coming.
Yeah.
I'm here, cuz I'm coming.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So you got a project on your own that you're working on right now, or is it right now? We working on the single.
We're working on this single right now. We're gonna push this single real hard. I surrender a single, and then we're gonna be moving on to my project.
Okay.
Of course.
She about to be on The Voice too.
Okay.
Okay.
You better do it. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
about
Let's
to
work
be
it
on The
out.
Voice really soon within the next couple of weeks. So it's really super excited about that. So y'all make
What was
listen.
this? What?
Y'all got to vote.
We got you. Y'all
Y'all
hear
got
that?
to vote now.
Y'all
Now,
hear
don't
that?
be like that. Now, when you see
This-
me out there, just vote for me, okay?
Now, what I just had something and y'all threw me off with The Voice because I'm like, okay. So listen, Deshae, what is your 2-year plan? 2-year plan. What do you see yourself at in 2 years? You saying The Voice. So how you feel about what was your process on that? Like, what's the process with The Voice thing?
Process right now is to do the first round of auditions, going through that, just going through the preliminary period, and then after that, then we going straight through.
So you whooped ass.
She's about to.
Well, I'm about to get ready to.
Okay, well, I think you got it
if I
in
can
there.
say that.
Yeah.
About to get ready to. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the whole process and walking through that journey. Within the next 2 years, I mean, of course, like any artist, you know, you see yourself being on the mainstream, being able to win Grammys and do all that. But of course, it starts with the preliminary process of your own self. Like you got to walk those journeys. You got to do the little live shows in Atlanta. You got to do the working with the bands in the smaller setting. So, you know, realistically speaking, I'm performing, doing a lot of live shows. I have my own full band right now, which I actually leaving here to go straight there because we're about to do a video promo for that.
Okay.
So we can push that, and I have a new single coming out in October. Called Everything to Me. Well, it's not new. It's been out for a little while, but it's just been a lot of people want to see how far I can go. So they've been requesting it. A lot of people have been requesting it. So
well, you know, hopefully D.L.E would be able to get that project over here, you know, so we could get that in rotation because we got an online radio station.
Absolutely.
And we basically, and it scans BDS, all that. So, like, you know, you publish it, however, you know, BMI, ASCAP, it'll read everything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, you know, what we do here is we're trying to create a lane. Not trying, we are creating a lane for all the artists that does not have the favoritism of the radio.
Exactly.
To say, you know, this is my people's. I'm breaking their record because all the DJs say, "Oh, we're breaking records," and really what they're doing is, "Do you give me money and I break your record for a certain, you know?"
And you telling the truth.
Yeah. So you know what we like to do is make sure that, you know, we play the music that these radio stations won't play, so we can have more good music out there. You know what I mean? Because that's what we need. Everybody mad at the radio stations because it's the same thing over and over. Now we feel like if we put enough, you know, work into getting, independent artists on our station, that we'll have enough music on there. You might not like some of the music, but then some other people might like the music you don't like. You know what I mean? But we need to, you know, it's oversaturated right now with the mainstream. You know, so we want to.
I totally agree with that. And I definitely appreciate, you know, platforms like this because it gives us an opportunity to be able to, you know, have a little shine a little bit of light on the artists that actually are lyrically inclined to be able to put the music out there.
When we first started, I was trying, and I kept saying on the station, I need to keep saying it, for the artists to stop going to these showcases. No, not showcases, talent shows. Yeah, showcases too, because you're going up there and you're giving out your work to these undercover A&Rs now, because there's no real A&Rs out there no more. There's these DJs and there's producers that's taking that sound, your idea, and going back to their artists and saying, hey, this was done and people was feeling this, let's take this and flip that whole thing, and now boom, because we got access to putting it out right now. Meanwhile you out there working and busting your behind, then out of nowhere you hear your style, your sound, your words, and you like
swag swiped.
You know what I'm saying? So stop going up to these shows thinking that you're gonna win something, man. You ain't nothing in life for free. I'm learning that. I'm learning that, and I ain't never looked for nothing for free, but it ain't gonna be given to you free.
I think it's almost time to break it up, though.
Yeah,
it's almost time to give me 5. In the weekend.
Let's give him 5 then.
Yeah, hold on one second. We're gonna do one in house and we're gonna do one over the line because we got somebody.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Give me 5. Give you 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a game we like to play. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Matter of fact, we probably do it over the phone because then I gotta explain this twice, wouldn't I?
Let's do it. Let's just knock it out on the phone. Okay. We could give him the We could do dope and all with him.
Can we do a quick break real quick before we go
into it? Break?
Yeah, let's do
a quick break and come back. Right. Yeah, it's us this week. It's D.L.E. Be right back.
Boss man. King.
Some of that bass out.
We up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Yeah, we up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Tell him we up. Yeah, we up. Now I'm going to the moon. This message is on a different fresh, no tune. Top flight chandelier. Tom Brady with it, making plays of the year. We up. Now it's time to re-up. I'ma keep my feet up. Tell the head to keep up. We up. Yeah, I'm about to stay up. And we gotta wait up. And we on the way up. We up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Yeah, we up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Tell him we up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch why I do it to a hill with that good girl. Now she all emotional. Tell him we up. I got my niggas with me till I run up. And if you from the north side, stand up. All the independent artists, what up? Yeah, what up? We up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Yeah, we up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. We up. Yeah, we up. I've been working for a long time. Bruce said it's crunch time. Swear it's been a long line. Now we got the spotlight. Tell him we up. Yeah, we up.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of
transaction completed.
Live at CNT.
If you knew how hard it is to live without.
It's us, it's we, it's D.L.E. And right now we're gonna, I'm gonna let you do your thing, man.
Oh yeah, it's time for the best part of the show. It's my time. I like to talk.
Give me power.
And I like to hear myself talk sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time for Give Me 5. Yeah. Well, you got to give me 5 correct answers within 10 seconds. The only thing is you cannot give me any arms in the answer. Right now we got Queen on the phone. Queen, are you there?
I'm here.
What up, Queen?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Very appropriate name. She like, hey.
Hey.
I like it.
Wake up, Queen. Where you at? Come on. I hear you,
I'm
Queen.
laying down in the bed.
Girl, you better stop. All right. Hey, listen, Queen, I need you to give me 5 correct answers. The name of the game is Give Me 5. You give me 5 correct answers within 10 seconds. The only thing is you can't give me any ums. So if I ask you for 5 fruits, you can't say apple, banana, If you give me an you are out. Not not and, none of that, all right?
Got you.
You got me? All right. Shoot, I got you.
Got you.
I got you this question. The timer's gonna start as soon as I ask the first question. Give me 5. Give me 5 planets. Go.
10, 9, 8,
Mars,
7,
Jupiter, Saturn,
6,
Earth,
5,
and the sun.
4, 3, 2,
Is the sun a planet?
1.
Yes, it is.
Is the sun a planet?
I had to think about that for a second. I'm like,
No, she gonna answer for you. She like, yes.
She said yes.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry, man. The sun is a star. It's a big gas. It's a big piece of gas.
Okay.
No, but look. Is the sun a Yeah, yes it is.
She like, yes it is.
4 out of 5 is not bad.
4 out of 5 is not bad. Matter of fact, can we run it back? We can do another one for you.
Okay.
Okay, let's just say that was exercise. All right. Can you give me 5? Give me 5 Disney characters. Go.
5 Disney characters.
10,
Disney, yes.
9, 8, 7,
Mickey
6,
Mouse,
5,
Donald,
4,
Goofy,
2,
Aladdin.
1.
I'm sorry, your 10 seconds is up. You got to look at those tattoos a lot quicker. You ain't got to like. You ain't got to like the Mickey Mouse, the Goofy on the thigh, none of that. That's how I like it. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's how I like it. I like it. You know, all the girls I date, that's all they got on there.
I got no Disney characters.
Oh, okay. I got Tweety Bird right here. I got Mickey right here. That's just me.
Crazy.
That's just me. Oh, okay. I thought it was on. Okay. Well, I had a prize for you, but you ain't get it all right.
Okay.
But you know what? The 707 Club.
That seconds is like, oh my goodness, you gotta hurry up and do it.
But I got some free tickets to the 707 Club out there in Riverdale. Right here in Atlanta.
I couldn't help but the laugh.
Yo, what is
hold
that?
on. The 707 Club out there in Riverdale is a comedy club. Got some free tickets for you.
Weird.
Right,
Is she even here?
No, yeah, she in Atlanta.
So Queen.
Yeah.
You in the A, mama? Okay,
I'm sorry.
Are you in the A? You in
Yes,
Atlanta?
I am.
Okay, but I'm gonna need you to light it up because you too chill right now. You so chill right now. Like, what you having? You ain't at no barbecue or nothing. What's today? Sunday, right? Okay.
She said she laying in the bed.
It is a Sunday.
She laying in the bed.
It is a
and
Sunday.
you sitting there giving her the whole New Jersey low voice vibe with the gun.
Let me get off of the mic.
He was like,
Queen.
Let me get away from the mic.
Queen,
Mama.
Mama, let me tell you something.
She's my queen.
Shoot, let me tell you something. While you sitting there laying there,
You know what I mean?
is your seat?
What you got on, Queen?
Is your sheet silk?
I have one piece.
Oh, sure.
African
African
blown dress.
back blown. I heard African back blown.
Huh? What she said? Oh, African
All
one piece,
black.
all black.
Yeah, African one piece black dress.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we talking about what she had on?
Is it silk?
He asked me what I have on. Yeah, it's kind of silk. Yeah,
It's silky.
is. It's kind of
Man.
Okay.
It's kind of silky, see-through-ish.
Oh.
But I don't wear it out in public no more.
Oh. No more. Oh, okay. You say that for your man.
So
what did we stumble on?
Yeah, for myself.
This came. You guys.
They got rehearsals.
Okay, but yeah, we
so check this out.
I'm
This
sorry,
what
we got
gonna
distracted in the studio. We got people leaving and stuff like that. We appreciate everybody coming in to D.L.E. You know what I'm saying? We are one knit family. So,
listen.
So yeah, go ahead.
One thing I want to do before anything, because some have to happen, and what I want to happen is I want to see if this man dope or not before we do anything.
All right, Quinn.
So,
we appreciate you calling. We about to go into the next segment, but we do appreciate
Queen,
you calling.
Thank you in your African centric. Young
black dress,
young black
sexy thing,
negligee, in your negligee.
Thank you for calling in.
Sexy thing. All right, mama.
All right, we gotta turn the air conditioner on in the studio.
I got hot. You hot?
Huh?
You ain't hot and Bob?
I'm over 35, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get hot flashes.
C-Dub in here. I was about to say that. All right, so look. So before we get into this next piece, we back here with Casino Roulette. All right. Now I know y'all see me. What's up, Kiki? I know y'all see me messing with this Instagram camera. I got the gum in my mouth.
Yeah,
I apologize. I'm taking that
gum
gum out, bro, because it's good.
I'm
like a watermelon flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of my mouth.
Good.
Yeah, it was good, yo. So look, I'm about to test your whole hip hop Atlanta skills, because you was born and raised in Atlanta.
Yes.
All right, born and raised in Atlanta. What made you go to South Carolina, fam?
We was homeless.
See, this is something else, bruh. Hold on, let's talk about this for a moment. How did this come about? What the homeless part? Where did that come from?
My mom and my father, they had split. So at that time when they split, we were staying in North Carolina. We moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
During the time we moved to Atlanta, this is like when crack hit Atlanta real bad. You know what I mean? And we was in John Hope. So when crack hit Atlanta bad, my mama didn't want us to, end up on crackheads going wild, so to speak. So she moved us, and when she moved us, in the process of moving us from it, her boyfriend, he was a dealer, so he got locked up. And when he got locked up, that lifestyle, had to be compensated for. And, the money that he left eventually ran out. So mom, she was working, but my mom, she became real ill. She had, rheumatoid. She got rheumatoid arthritis, And then she had, all different types of things, going on. Yeah. So she wasn't able to work. And in the time she wasn't able to work, people are relentless. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So they evicted us. And when they evicted us, like I tell you, I'm from Atlanta, right. But our family wouldn't let us come stay, so eventually, we started living in shelters, and from the shelters, we started sleeping in parks down here from Washington Park, the Park University Park. We were just sleeping in different parks at the time, abandoned buildings and things of that nature. So my father's mother, God bless the dead, she told him that he needed to find us because we was homeless. And my father, he got a lot of kids, man. I'm the last of them. His room, my pops had like 20-something kids, and I'm the last one. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but ultimately, my mom's is the only one, that he. Right. So long story short, he came in and saved us. Moved us from the shelter to South Carolina.
Is it still? My bad. I don't mean to cut you off. It's still very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I see you moving in a chair, man. I appreciate you for coming, man.
It's all good, bro.
For real, because you didn't have to. You didn't have to reach out at all. I don't know what made you reach out to us, but I'm thankful that you did, bro.
Here's the thing, bro. The reason why I reached out, because I feel like this. I don't care if it's 13 listeners to 13,000 listeners. If I can get a chance to put my voice into the mic, that's what I'm going to do. That's because when I'm dead and gone, this going to live on.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And we're an amazing station.
Yeah, we're definitely.
Why wouldn't we? Like, all of the community loves us.
No, definitely. I guess
I have a service for the community.
Yeah. But I gotta say thank you to the committee, man. Committee entertainment, man, because this like it's just been happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, thanks to you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Well, don't be so modest. Well. So look, this is what I want to do. All right, because I'm gonna lighten you up for a little bit, and I want to see where you at with yours. We got a game called Is You Dope or No, right? And what it is I'm gonna play some Atlanta music. We're gonna get into some history, and I need you to name the song. That's gonna be played backwards.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be played backwards.
I'm gonna tell y'all no.
So let's go. We're gonna start off with the first song. We got 3. You got 3.
All right.
Now I'm hoping you can go 3 for 3.
I'm hoping.
I got belief in you, man. I believe you. So this is what we're gonna do. You ready for it? We getting set up right now. Now listen, young boys, y'all come on this show. Y'all better, before y'all come, take your time out, go on YouTube, wherever you gotta go, and listen to everything old in your city, because I'm definitely gonna put you to the test. Only because, you know, we need to know this about our music, you know. And you know, it'll help you out. At some point you might be like, oh, this ain't helping me, but in the long run you might bump into the artist, or you just should know the history of hip hop. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you gotta know where it came from, you know. And Atlanta have as of right now, is holding it down in hip hop right now. Everybody sounds like Atlanta.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know. But then there's some areas that's just like, no, we stick it to just regular hip hop, you know, the boom bap, which I'm into. But so let's do this. We're gonna rock this first joint. I need you to let me know what song this might be. Tell them when you ready now. I hope that you have your hip hop swords sharpened.
He's like,
let's see.
I'm gonna hit the nine.
Cool. Here we go. Now play it again. Turn it up for. I know they not going to be able to hear us out here on the mics, but play it. I want the people to hear it too. We're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna do it a little louder so you can hear it, and you tell me what song this is. No idea, right? Nah.
It's
any hints? I mean, like, you got any like
tip?
Nah, it ain't tip.
It
ain't tip.
Are these the same ones from last week?
Yeah.
Then I
you know them, because you know.
It's from last week.
Yeah. Okay. Let's let it rock.
Yeah. Give me another.
Here you go.
Here go the original joint.
Oh, okay.
I got people on.
Get out of here.
Word. Yeah. That's that Cool Breeze.
Cool Breeze.
Yeah. Okay, we got another one. I'm gonna throw another one at you. All right. Let's hit him with another one.
See, man, if you'd have played backwards, watch for the hook, I'd have caught that.
Look, see, and that was the thing. But I felt like watch for the hook was too easy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I probably would have did. I should have did that one because that was the more known.
Right? Because now you going on the album.
Oh yeah, that's the album cut. That's not no. Yeah. All right, let's try this one.
Tag team.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you in the realms. You in the wait. Because I heard.
Run it back.
Yeah, play it back. Because this one is the booty shaking music. I know that.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. I mean, we was a showcase like.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
That was that Miami and all that.
Yeah. You caught that.
What's up? Yeah. From the 404.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you caught that. You caught that.
Yeah.
That's right though. One and one, baby. Yeah. You got another one though.
All right.
So let's see if you can rock this one. Then you out of here, bro. You knock this out the park. If you get this one, all right. Let's try this one.
That's Jesus,
Yeah, you can't mistake that.
Yeah, that's Jeezy.
I'm doing a whole new list. All right, what song you got? You want to hear it again?
Yeah. Play it one more time.
Well, you said you wanted to know who the
I just wanted to know the artist.
What it do? What the business is? Is that
Nah,
it?
that's my joint though. Nah, that ain't it. Play the regular one.
It ain't no lick. So I said, yeah, okay.
Them tones go up too. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
That stretch. If you would have heard that, once you hear it's Jeezy, once you hear that stretch tone, you be like, you know what? I think
that's so icy. Yeah. What I did was I didn't want to take the Gucci part because everybody would have got that.
Right on top.
Yeah. That's so icy from Gucci Mane and Jeezy. Yeah, but that joint you talking
Young
about, that's that get your mind right. That's that's my favorite joint from Jeezy, man. But yeah, man, that's is you dope or not? You actually dope, my G.
Thank you, sir.
You did
you did
good.
Yes, you did. You ran through that. All right. We just missed the cool breeze.
Yeah.
It was like 1.5.
Yeah.
He got the artist.
He got two. Yeah.
He got the artist.
But that's all I needed, really, honestly. Like, just if you could at least catch the voice, because some people voice and Jeezy has a distinctive voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way that you can miss out on who he is when you hear something about him. Which Jeezy, you definitely killed that damn song on Khaled new album.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that?
That's my joint.
Man, that's my favorite joint on there. I don't even listen to nothing else.
I like Jeezy, man.
Yo,
I didn't even know he had a new album. So
well, no, DJ Khaled got the album, but he's on record. Yeah, and it's a song on there with Jeezy, and I didn't even know Rick Ross was on there because they had a little friction.
Yeah,
but but the song is dope. Rick did his thing.
That out.
Ross did his thing, but that boy Jeezy, boy, man. But anyhow, all right. So let's get some information on where you located, how people can hear from you, because we got about we got a couple of minutes left. But I want to make sure they know where they can check you out at. We already know you're gonna be on Love and Hip Hop finale coming this season. What point are they touching on everything that went down with you and Scrap?
Yeah, I mean they just it's pretty much so like if you look at how the storyline been going, without me saying too much, they just really just letting the people know that don't know that it's not what y'all think.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So because at the end of the day, somebody in my position would be bitter.
Right. I got you. But
it ain't what y'all think.
I got you. Yeah, so go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to say, what type of advice could you give to other trauma survivors, maybe who have not been as fortunate as you to recover and to be able to walk and still function, but some of them that are really going through, like what type of encouragement or advice could you offer them to let them know, even in the midst of the storm, after everything you've gone through, like you can still thrive and it's going to be okay? Like, is there anything that you could tell someone who's been in your shoes?
Surrender.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the only way that got me through. I've been shot 6 times. People don't understand that when you go through trauma, it's hard to tell people what's going on inside of your head.
Yeah.
Especially when you can't figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when your mind is against you, that's a problem. So my advice is to surrender it to God, because that voice in your head becomes silent when you give it to God.
Yeah. 6 times, that's a lot. You're like an angel.
It's Tupac .25.
You
man.
are like,
God,
we are sitting next to an angel.
That's
to
like
have
Tupac.
6 times
50
and
Cent,
an accident, and
Kanye West.
Wow.
They ain't got nothing on.
It's amazing.
Well, I'm grateful, man, that you actually came up here, man. I'm so glad that I chose to say, you know what, let's do it, because you didn't have to. I know you flew down here, and you got other things going on. What you got going on down here right now? Did you come down to do some other things?
Well, I came down
You don't live here?
No, I don't.
No, South Carolina.
Stay in South Carolina.
Oh, you still live there? Okay, okay.
I just came down to holler at Scrap. You know, he and I got together. I came down to make sure that my artist get enough video footage that she needs leading up to her participating in The Voice.
Right.
And I also just came down here to kick it with D.L.E.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
how'd you? Oh, I was just gonna say, did you hear about us through D?
Well, see, what it was is that I heard about y'all through Mondo, and I felt that Zip.
Yo, Mondo, good looking, Mondo.
He was just on live with us too for a second.
I felt as if too, you know, like when you say love and hip hop in Atlanta, it seems like the doors just. So I just wanted to try to see if I could use that card to get in right here, right quick.
Oh, nah, you, but you know, it was when what happened here was, I heard a story. You know, what I did was I was out and about. I'm at the car show down in Atlanta. By the way, that thing is jumping. Oh, yeah. And it's going to be still jumping until like 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, they got a bonfire and everything about to go down out there. So when we leave here, I'm going to head back down there probably.
I'm going to go see Extreme Rules. I'm a wrestling head. So
I still got my band.
Wait a minute, I don't have no plans.
Yo, my band, I got the band on me. So, you know, so what ended up happening was while I'm out there, I was like, okay, you know what? This ain't happening. That ain't happening. I know I got to get it to the radio station. And I went back to your message. I said, let me look at his page. I look at his page, and I'm looking. I said, man, yo, just come through. Blah 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 blah. That's before I know what you said in the message, but I didn't. One thing I'm not is I don't. And let me tell y'all this. This ain't for nobody else but the artists. That I don't look for. What somebody got going on for me to grab them and say, oh, I want you on the show because of this. I'm very organic, yo. I love everything that just happened. If I had somebody in here, like I got my homeboy here, he's a cook. I'm gonna bring him in here in a minute. But just because I like people just doing stuff, you know what I mean? I want to broadcast somebody playing ball, somebody that's a golfer, somebody that's doing the lawn or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I want to know, I think everybody should be on front page and see that, you know, there's hard workers out here. There's people out here that's really going through some ish that you might be going through, you know? Definitely. And everybody has a relatable story, you know what I mean? So I figured not only be a hip hop station and R&B infused station for new artists, but I like everything to just fold into a dope ass pizza. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know how you fold that pizza. I don't know if y'all know about Jersey and New York pizza slices.
Here we go, Jersey. Jersey. You got the pieces.
I don't know it's great.
Look at his hands. Look at his hands.
Because you see, you got to hold it
a certain way. You know,
the oil will drip at the back of the pizzas, and that oil,
the oils, yo,
the pepperonis, the cheese, the salt, pepper, oregano, all that just drip. But
go ahead,
you eat the damn oil sometimes. You know what I mean? That drip on your feet. And that's what this radio station gonna be. It's gonna be the oil off that pizza. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
all right, nice analogy.
Okay, so yeah, so I appreciate you, man, for real, man.
That's because we the ish,
definitely.
Because we the ish, because that oil. It's gonna give you some ish.
It's gonna get you fat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We gonna
get fat.
Come on, we gonna fatten you up right here on D.L.E. Radio.
You know what I mean?
Let's get.
But I wish you luck, man, and the best of everything, because you know what you went through. Not just because what you went through, but because you stood strong and tall. You know what I mean? You could have folded. You could have folded at any given time, like you said you wanted to give up. There's a lot of us that wanted to do that. I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? And God threw this man at me. You know what I mean? Just like it's things that just be transpiring. You be like, oh God, why you keep throwing this at me? You know what I mean? But he throw you that curveball at one good time and you hit it. It's a home run. So I do think, I thank you. You know, for coming. I can't even say thank you so much, man. I'm appreciative.
I'm appreciative
for real, man,
of y'all for allowing me to come. Yeah. I just say it like this. Anytime the devil is able to do anything to us, he has to go to God and ask. Yeah. So the devil went and asked God for my life twice, and God said no. Right. So I'm here for a while. Yeah. So
This is what resiliency looks like right here. I mean, we've all had some things to bounce back from, but yo, I've never been shot before, and I've never been in a crazy accident before. I've sideswiped a few people, but never. Gosh. So I can't even imagine what you've gone through. But you truly are resilient. We're so glad that you came here to speak with us today and to share your story with our listeners, because I'm sure that there are others out there who have gone through what you've experienced and maybe have given up hope, but you're showing that, okay, yes, I gave up hope a little bit, but I'm back and I'm here to stay. Absolutely. So thank you for sharing your story with us. We appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Trauma survivor.
Yes.
Is that your
This is my brand. This is what I stand behind, trademark, and it's mine. Trauma survivor. I live it, I breathe it. And if you or anybody you know been through a trauma and survived, hit me up and get your t-shirt. My t-shirts are available on my platforms, which is, you can hit my link in the bio on Instagram. You can check out my page on my artist page on Facebook, my personal page on Facebook, and you can DM me. Y'all want to check out my music on all streaming platforms. My name is Casino Roulette. That's CasinoRoulette. My back catalog about to hit 1 million streams, so I need y'all to go and check me out a little bit more. You know what I'm talking about?
And if anything, y'all could go to D.L.E Radio. All right, it's simple. D.L.E Radio on the Instagram page, and you'll find him on our Instagram page, or you can go to dleradio.com to hear this interview and the music. And you can go to Spreaker. Hold on, what was the thing you spoke? That's your thing.
Yeah, dleradio.com. Go there and you can hit all streaming sites. All streaming sites. Click on the Instagram, go to D.L.E Radio. Go click on YouTube, the YouTube, and go to the Live CNT.
There you go.
Everything is on dleradio.com.
Spreaker.com.
And the merchandise is on there too. We got the shirts on there right there. It goes to Spreaker. It goes to everything.
Everything leads to how you said it last time.
To dleradio.com.
Word. And we had some dope interviews already, but this is definitely something we needed. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful. Go with what you was about to say.
Oh, nothing. R. Kelly, people some snitches. They didn't dump the whole case out on them.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that. I'm saving it for the news. I'm just sitting there thinking like, dang, I got it ready for the
news. But news ain't gonna happen today.
Yeah, I know.
I see that. Even though.
But he in jail. R. Kelly.
Yeah, R. Kelly in jail, y'all. That's the news.
Them girls got kicked out of Trump Towers. They gotta go home to their daddies now.
Word up.
Their daddy's been waiting on them like,
Jocelyn. No. Your daddy is waiting on you. I ain't trying to be funny, but yeah.
They gotta get up out of there.
So here's before you dip off, right? Since you chilling, let's just chill for a moment. I want to throw my partner in here. My homeboy. Let me tell y'all something, man. All week long, I've been around here running, and I've been hustling and everything like that. And I kid you not. My partner came here from Tampa, Florida. I went to school with this boy, man, and we used to run. This man had all the starter jackets that you can name. This dude had all the King Griffies that you can have. All right. It was so many memories that I could have brung up since he been here, and we didn't talk about too much of what we've been through in middle school. High school. We spoke. But our conversations have been about business, about building. I've been meeting people that he been dealing with, and honestly, it's been a dope experience since he been here. This is my homeboy, Adrian. All right, we call him Chico. All right, so this is Chico from Lucio. You know what I mean?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah. Don't give him that. Don't give him that. He coming in here and that. What's up, man? How y'all doing? You know what I mean? Nah, look. So Chico, from my understanding and what I've known is that I never knew you to be a chef, but you chefing it up.
I've been a chef for going on 20 years, man.
20 years now.
Since high school.
Now we used to skip school, and every time we skipped school, it was never having dinner lunch at his crib. He never thought about throwing something in the kitchen. We went to everybody else's house and raided their kitchen.
Nah, that's what they did at my house.
They went to your house?
My homeboy skipped school to come over my house to raid my house because I was the cook.
All right, cool. Keep going.
Yeah, because I was the cook. I mean, they came over, ate burgers. We made pizza. Man, I didn't make breakfast. My homeboys that stayed on my house. We didn't play video games to the point where we woke up the next morning and had breakfast. So I'm just saying, we used to get it in at my crib.
Wow. Let me tell you something. This man right here. We went through some things, man. We had some trial. We done seen so many. What was that? McDonald fights. At snacks and everything, you know what I mean? But
McDonald fights.
Yeah. Because after school, everybody went over across the street to Snacks, which was a gas station where everybody would chill at. And then for some reason, I don't know why it didn't happen at Snacks. It happened right next door at the McDonald's.
Everything go down at McDonald's.
Like that same McDonald's got a police headquarters inside of it.
That makes sense.
right inside of it too.
Where's that at? New
Tampa,
York?
Florida.
Tampa.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, Tampa, Florida. Yeah, that's my second home. So what I want to do is I just wanted to can you let them know where they can locate you and tell them what you do real quick.
Yeah, well, I'm a personal chef. I do private catering and I also cook for a meal packaging company. You got go to my IG page, 2 Chef For You Catering Services. Like, follow, and share.
How do you spell that?
The number 2, CHEFU, Catering Service. You know, I can cook for 2 to 200. I'm blessed and highly flavored. You know what I'm saying? That's how they say it. So
that's what's up.
My goal, you know what I'm saying? My goal is to one day teach kids how to cook. That's what I want to do. 8 to 18. I don't want you eating bad food. I want to teach you how to cook so mom and daddy ain't got to go to the fast food all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Simple as spaghetti, mac and cheese. Cook for your parents.
Yeah.
You know, let them buy the groceries and you cook it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what's up. Because C-Dub actually went to school for cooking, but I'm the at-home cook. So
they throw down too.
Yeah, So it's always nice to meet other fellow cooks. Yeah. So what's your?
So we gonna have a throwdown.
Right. We need to have a little get together with some food.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's hard to answer.
There is no battle.
There is no battle.
There's no battle when I cook.
Okay.
There's no
no
battle.
We can do chop in the box. You pick out.
We can do chop in the box. I love chop.
I love
this
it.
sounds like a Food Network episode coming up.
I'm eating everything.
Wait a minute.
So
you said you don't have a specialty, so you just do like everything?
No, when somebody says, what's your specialty? I say soul food. Because I cook from my soul. I'm not talking about collard greens and mac and cheese. I'm talking about over 20 years experience. I cook with grandma from Italy, grandma from Jamaica, grandma from Haiti. Those are the people that I want to learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? That's where I learned a lot of my stuff.
Right.
I'm not,
the boy dope.
You know,
the boy dope.
And I like to tell you, cooking kept me out of a lot of trouble. You working 2 jobs, you can't get in the streets because you got to go to work from 3 to 11, 11 to 7, or 7 to 3.
Yeah. When did you start? When did you start cooking?
Right out of high school, bro.
Right after
17 years old, bro.
I think I started. I did some culinary at 13.
Yeah.
So I've been like 20 years.
So, but that
he gonna hit you with the 13.
Yeah.
I was 13. I was.
But at 13,
I was 10 when I did.
But like you said, at 13, I was cooking for my homeboys in apartments because their mama ain't have food. My sister buy food for us.
Yeah, all my homeboys just came to my house. They kept making me cook.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember telling my homeboy how to clean chicken. He put soap on the chicken because he didn't know what you meant by clean the chicken.
That's insulting to the black community.
Eating at his house.
But it's clean chicken. He didn't know what he was doing at the time. How you fry the chicken? First, you gotta clean it.
Well, look, this one I wanted to introduce you guys. I wanted you to make sure you get them because there is business out there. This station is not. It's not just locally here in Atlanta. We are all over the place, Cali, everywhere. So what I would love is for these people, you know, hey, listeners, check my homeboy out, man. You know, and he moves around. Do you go to them?
You pay for the flight and I'm there.
Boom.
All night.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
This is his career.
This is my life. How you do what you do. How you do what you do. This is my life.
Are you based out of?
I live in Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I came up here actually for a catering business. I did America's Mart downtown Atlanta.
That's what's up.
You know, it's I want to say it's
about something million.
Yeah,
that was
we did over 1.5 million people within 10 days, and we feed 600,000.
Wow.
You know, from box lunches to private dinners. And you go to my page, I'll post some of the pictures that we did over the week.
Word.
you know, and with this career that I picked, you learn every day. You got to sharpen your knife every day.
And you got good people that work with them, so you know, shout out to them because they. Oh, so listen, before we get out of here, right? Because I'm gonna have him come back. We're gonna sit down and kick it with him, and have a full blown interview with him, and we're gonna have this little cook off, all right? Because I hear
we gonna have to bring some food. I think I'm gonna do my empanadas.
I would hope so, because you ain't never bring no damn food.
I got a list of 27 empanadas.
Oh,
so empanada game tough. From desserts to cheesecake to steak. So you let me know.
So this is what we gonna do. All right, before we gonna let y'all know when the cook-off gonna go down.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna have my boy Dave G come through with the drinks. All right, so we should be nice and lit up in here. But what I want to say to everybody is, I was saying something. I was saying something because we got Casino Roulette in here still. Y'all know where to find him. Oh, bingo, that's what it is. So we gonna do a launch party. I'm vibing right now. I'm talking to some people right now to see how this is going to work out for the venue. Hopefully, y'all just pray, cross your fingers that we get this venue. We're going to throw this launch party, and we're going to make this thing happen. When it happens, I'm going to promote it to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, and wherever you at, come through, come out to ATL. It's going to be a party to be had, to not miss. And we're going to kick off with this radio station, man. Word up. Again, we had 733 listeners. I ain't checked it in the past probably like 3 days, so I'm sure we went up, and I'm sure with Casino, with Casino coming through, that damn thing just went up higher. So we'll know by the end of Friday. We get the results every week. So come Friday, I should be able to see what we're looking at with the listeners. All right. So we got 730 listeners here in the U.S. and 3 listeners out in Canada. I don't know how, but 3 people in Canada are listening, and I love it. You know what I mean?
We got some in not on Spreaker, but we got some in London.
In London too?
Yeah, but they on different other platforms. Not on Spreaker though.
Well, listen.
Because you know my London connection.
Okay. Well, listen.
It's boo thing.
Spreaker.com. All right. Look up Spreaker.com. You could go to 7 Springs Studios. 7, the number 7, but not the number. You're going to spell it out. 7 Springs. Okay. Like the bed springs that you not supposed to be breaking in the middle of doing your thing. Just
speak for yourself.
You know, well, I don't want to break springs, bro.
I break.
No, break the damn headboard. Anyway, look, 7 Springs Studio, and then you'll find D.L.E. Radio. Be mindful that there's other radio shows on that platform, which is pretty dope, man. Check them out. Also, you can go to www.dleradio.com. All right, you can check out D.L.E. Radio on Instagram. You can check it out on Facebook. Just come through, follow us, check out some of the interviews. It's dope. It's us. It's we. It's D.L.E. We out of here. We'll check y'all out later.
I'm trying to break the headboard and the ceiling fan.
That's a damn shame.
You know what?
If you knew how hard it is to live without